Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you? Okay, hopefully you're fine. So, this is our second meeting for international business course. Okay, so international business course. Today, I would like to share with you second topic. We talk about cross-cultural business. Okay, do you know what culture is? Okay, normally people will talk about how they look in their attire, how they perceive in terms of uh, daily activities. Okay, how they do what the factors that can affect how they wear, what they're wearing, and how they communicate is also related to the culture. So right now, when we talk about business also not being what we call it as a way of cannot avoid anything that related to culture. Okay, so let's go. We've discussed about this topic. It's around maybe an hour to around that. If you finish early, it's good for you. Okay, let's go for now. All right, chapter number 2, cross-cultural business. Okay, so when you globalize your business, okay, please make sure you have the knowledge on how your business will adopt, face, or adapt with the changes that will happen uh, afterwards. Okay, so cross-cultural business is very important topic which business need to know when they go globalize. Okay, so globalize. Right, let's go. Okay, what are we looking for in this topic? Okay, in this topic, we need to know what is culture. Okay, how culture defined, and why do we need knowledge regarding on culture? Okay, is it culture so important for us as a business owner? Okay, what are the consequences if you ignore certain elements which affected by culture? Okay, so there's a first thing, summarize the cultural importance of values and behavior. That you will know how culture makes some rules in business activities. Okay, all right. Outline how the major world religions can influence business, especially when we talk about Malaysia. Most of the companies come from abroad, come from overseas, doing their business in Malaysia, also affected by our culture. Okay, so what is the factors or what is the elements that are affected by our culture? Let's we discuss in depth. Okay, so fourth, uh, the fifth, you can explain the importance of personal communication to international business. And lastly, we talk about how firm and culture interact in the global workplace. Okay, let's move on. All right. Okay, this is scenario talk about pork. Okay, do you heard about pork? Yes, of course. Some people might know about pig, okay? But for consumption, normally people will call pork. So pork is very sensitive product for certain religion, okay? So certain country put some regulation if you want to market pork-based product to the market. Okay, so Germany based Haribo. Okay, you can go to www.haribo.com to get information. Okay, so what are the challenge? Yeah, cultural challenge. Okay, in talking about pork, okay, pork-based product, okay, anything that related to pork, either from their skin until to meat, inner, and everything that produced from pork, okay. So it's very sensitive, and we as a Muslim have our own regulation, I mean our own rule over talking about pork. So pork in Islam is prohibited, okay, and also juice, okay. We cannot consume pork, anything from the skin until for sure the meat, okay, because in Quran also said about the same thing, okay. So you cannot consume al-lahmal khinzir, okay, which is pork meat. All right. So either the name bacon, brisket, or whatever term that use to sway our belief. I mean, to get our attention to buy those kind of product. Please, as a Muslim consumer, you need to be careful. And not saying that I'm very open talking about this, because it's some people have right on this product, but for Muslim and Jews have their own limit. Okay, so not meeting the needs of a globally dispersed subculture, but somehow for giving so much values. Okay, in terms of return. Okay, it's around 2 billion annually. Okay, so printing on package backward, but Hebrew is read from Jawi, or Arabic also write or read from right. So some of the product, when you send it abroad, you need to comply with their own rule and regulation. Okay, right. Okay, national culture. What is culture? Okay, culture is set of values, belief, rules, and institutions held by a specific group of people. Okay, so nation states support and promote the concept of national culture. Okay, yeah, for example, building museum and monuments to preserve the legacy of important events and people. Somehow, last a few days ago, my cousins talking about what left by World War Two, World War One. Uh, I mean, monument, okay, indicate and tell the people in nowadays where uh, some agriculture also came to our place. Okay, so we also have uh, our own our own culture. Okay, so nation state intervene in business to preserve treasure of national culture. So regulate culturally sensitive sector of the economy. So all right, subculture. Okay, first we talk about culture. Right now, subculture. Okay, which is mean a group of people who share a unique way of life within a larger dominant culture. Okay, see, since culture is a very broad, we call it as a practice, norms that adopted by few large of numbers of people. If some portion inside that culture we call as a subculture, which is differ by sorry Sorry for interruption. So, a subculture can differ from the dominant culture in language, race, lifestyle, values, attitudes, or other characteristics. So sometimes it exists across national borders. Okay, so if you do have understanding on this too much, you can have by reading it on the our main textbook. Okay, so can so physical environment, okay, land features affect personal communication in a culture. Okay, physical environment affect consumers' product needs, and climate can play a role in determining work habit. Okay, all right. When we talk about physical environment, some example we can take as our reference. Right? For example, right here uh, for those who like scooters, okay, it's a most mountainous region because scooters engine is too small to climb the steep grade. Such region are better market for the company's more rugged, maneuverable, and off-road motorcycle that have more powerful engine. It means here our land physical we call it physical environment, which is our what we call geography area also affect how our product will be marketed to our target customer. Okay, for example, somewhere around which is not too good in terms of their road facility might require some uh, transport that can adopt with those kind of terrain. Okay, there's example said that about scooter for mountaineers, very bumpy land, not so suitable. Mean the market is so small compared to the product or bike that have more powerful engine. Okay, so okay, needs for cultural knowledge. Okay, a visual depiction of culture would resemble an iceberg. Okay, cultural feature that we can, okay, as you can see, culture, when you see it's limited visual, very limited vision. You can see only a tips or maybe very small portion about a culture. However, however, that what you have look actually founded or we call it based very firmly from the bottom, which hidden from our eyes. I mean, it cannot be seen as what it's like at the tip. Okay, so it takes knowledge, effort, understanding, and experience to uncover the essence of a culture and to develop a deep appreciation for it. Okay, normally we look only at the surface. Okay, we only think about what we see, but not thinking what actually done uh, to get us know what we already look into. Okay, so really have should be have a foundation. I mean, when you want to know someone, In other words, you need to know deep into their heart. Okay, not only know what visible on your eyes. So avoiding ethnocentricity. Okay, ethnocentricity is the belief that one's own ethnic group or culture is superior to that of others. Ethnocentric. Okay, ethnocentricity can seriously undermine international business project. Okay, it can cause people to view other culture in terms of their own and therefore disregard the beneficial characteristic of other culture. Here, when talking about ethnocentricity, mean you avoiding, denying other people's cultures ability in or other people's cultures advantage that you can grab actually for your business. Okay. Failure can occur when managers ignore a fundamental aspect of local culture. Okay, if you ignore what happened around you, what requires you to do before attempting, before playing in that game, it can cause severe, we call it consequences for your business. All right. So developing cultural literacy. Okay. Cultural literacy means you learn. Okay. You open up your eyes, open up your heart, and accept to know others people preferences, others people norms. Okay, which is later will result happy, good vibes among you. Okay, and when we talk about knowing others people culture, actually giving other people's space for being accepted in the market. Okay, either job market or consumer market. All right. Okay, that's why we talk about enable you, okay, as a person to work happily and effectively within that organization. Imagine, okay, imagine when you work in an organization, okay, we call it diversified, okay, or multicultural organization, okay, how to make them harmony, okay, avoiding provocative words, accepting other people weaknesses, encouraging to work together. This is the way how to make the environment so happy, so delightful, okay, so nice for everyone. Okay, all right. This is talking about the quick study. How might a subculture differ from dominant culture? You may find the answer. Okay, what do we call the belief that one's own culture is superior to that of others? What is that? Ethnocentricity. Okay, so what do we call detailed knowledge about a culture that enables a person to work happily and effectively within it? What is that? Cultural literacy. Okay. Ah, Okay, do you understand? All right, let's talk about next slide. Okay, values and behavior. Okay, all right. Our definition of culture, okay, is one that most people intuitively understand. Okay, why talk about intuitively? Okay, normally when we look someone act, when we heard someone talk, when we saw someone uh, put what are they wearing, anything. Okay, that is a culture. Okay, that we will put the explanation that is a culture. Okay, so we are familiar with the idea that people in different nations behave differently, and that every culture has segment of people with distinct values and behavior. Okay, we have our own values and behavior. Other people or other culture also have value and have their own value and behavior as well. Okay, so learning about other people culture is very enjoyable. Knowing others people preferences, how they look like, actually is a very fun topic. Okay, so we know when we talk about culture, okay, we also talk about their belief, their habits, okay, where they are bind together. Okay, culture, something that aesthetic values. Okay, this is what we have in culture. The component. Okay, the aesthetic. Okay, what is aesthetic? Okay, it's a it's something that we say that this is a good taste. Okay, can we have further? Yeah, yeah, we have here. We start with values. Do you remember the component? Okay, can we talk a bit? Values and attitudes, manners and custom, social structure, religion, personal communication, education, physical and material environment, and lastly, aesthetic. Okay, are you sure aesthetic is last? No matter. Never mind. Okay, let's talk one by one. Okay, values. Okay, it is ideas, belief, and custom to which people are emotionally attached. Okay, when we talk about values in marketing perspective, it's quite different. Okay, now we talk about culture's value. Okay, so values include concepts such as honesty, freedom, and responsibility. Okay, it's important for business because they affect a people's work ethic and desire for material possession. Okay, so the influx of value from other culture can be fiercely resisted. Okay, so values should be aware by managers, should be known by everyone in order for them to work in happily, okay, and harmony. Okay, all right, attitudes. It reflect to a people underlying values. How they perceive, they will act accordingly. Okay, they will act according to what they values. Okay, what attitudes are positive or negative evaluation, their feelings and their tendency, okay, towards object or concept. Okay, let's talk about pork in the earlier slide. When someone saw pig, Uh, what your expression? You are not having, call it as appetite. Oh my God, I'm just so okay. Why? Why you show such attitude? Because because you have your own belief over that particular animal. Okay, you know, and you have put that you cannot see, you cannot imagine those kind of animal, which is some people might thought differently. Okay, I don't know what they are thinking, but this is how you show your attitude. So attitude, okay, differ from one country to another, or even individual. We have our own attitude. Okay. All right. Aesthetic. Okay. What a culture considered good taste in the art, the imagery evoked, mean by certain expression and the symbolism of certain colors. Aesthetic include the art, images, symbols, colors, and so on. So aesthetic are important when a company does business in another culture. Can we have the example? For example, here. All right. Companies take advantage of a positive emotional attachment to the color green across the Middle East by incorporating it into a product, its packaging, or its promotion. Okay. As much as Asia also, but in Asia, other way around, okay, which is green is associated with sickness. In Europe, Mexico, and US, the color of death and mourning is black. And in Japan and most of Asia is white. That's why some people okay. Some people might wear black when mourn for someone's death, right? That's how I aesthetic. We call it as the culture, the aesthetical part, aesthetic take part in culture. Okay, so the importance of aesthetic is just as great when going international using the internet. Okay, appropriate behavior. Okay, manners. Oh, so nice. Okay, sorry. Manners, appropriate ways of behaving, speaking, and dressing in a culture are called manners. Normally, when we use this kind of word, manners, right? This, I mean, here the way how you act, the way you your do should be according to a culture. Okay. Custom, habit or ways of behaving in specific circumstances that are passed down through generation in a culture. What we call in bahasa adat. So custom, okay, not custom is another thing. Okay, custom here talking about habits or ways that inherit from your ancestor. Okay, from generation to generation, pass one to another. Okay, folk custom, behavior often dating back several generations that is practiced by a homogeneous group of people. I mean, some of group of people might do this thing. Okay, popular custom, behavior shared by a heterogeneous group or by several group. Okay, we call it in also bahasa adat kebiasaan. Okay, say most people practice it. Okay, not all but most. Okay, gift giving custom. Okay, proper type of gift varies. Okay, some yeah, when we visit someone, you need to prepare something as a gift. Okay, that's a custom. And also legal and ethical rules. Okay, this is another question. Yeah, should look and answer. Okay, what are example of values? What type of custom might a conservative group oppose in a culture? The law that restrict the gift giving by US firm at home and abroad is called what? Okay, so even Malaysia also practice no gift policy. Look for it. Okay, look for it. Why? Okay, so social structure. Okay, all right. So it's a collection of two or more people who identify and interact with each other. Okay, we call it as in family, either nuclear family or extended family. Okay, so there are two types of family groups. The nuclear family, okay, which is consists of persons immediate relative, including parents, brothers, and sisters. Okay, so this concept normally in Australia, Canada, United States, and so much area in Europe. Okay, however, the extended family, okay, you add up grandparent, aunt and uncles, cousin, and relative through marriage. Okay, it is an important social group in most of the area in Asia, okay, the Middle East, North America, and Latin America. Okay, so you need to comprehend all these things. You need to know what happened around us. Okay, so the extended family and nuclear family, yeah, it's very common. Okay, so social status. Okay, another important aspect of social structure, okay, is the way a culture divide its population according to a status. Okay, so this process of dividing call it as a social stratification. Okay, three factors that normally determine social status. Okay, first the family heritage, second income, third occupation. Okay, in most industrialized countries, royalty, government official, and top business leaders occupy the highest social layer. Okay, it might be your individual assignment on this. I will tell you what are related topic in culture. Okay, all right. We have done with social status. Social mobility, okay, is with which individual can move up, okay, or up and down a culture's social ladder. Okay, we have caste system. Okay, a system of social stratification in which people are born into social ranking, okay, with no opportunity for social mobility. Where that kind of example can be found? India, casta, okay, the caste system, right? Although the Indian constitution officially banned discrimination by caste, its influence persists. Okay, practicing the influence practice still exist. Okay. All right. So you cannot marry from one caste to another caste. Okay. There's a caste system. Another one is class system. Okay. System of social stratification in which personal ability and actions determine social status and mobility. Okay. Normally in US practice this. All right. From the upper until to the lower. Okay, illiteracy rates of selected countries. Okay, it's about education. Right now we talk about education. Okay, it's a crucial for passing on traditions, custom, and values. Each culture educates its young people through schooling, parenting, religious teaching, and group membership. Okay, normally when we talk about family, we're practicing informal education. Okay, in most cultures, intellectual skills such as reading and mathematics are taught in formal educational setting. Most of the culture practice the same thing. Okay, but about how to communicate, how they respect the elders, it's normally influenced by informal teaching. Okay, so this is some of the example about the illiteracy rate. Okay, some other example also found in the book. Okay, all right. Okay, the brain drain. Okay, this phenomenon. Okay, is about departure of highly educated people from one profession, geographic region, or nation to another. So many years, political unrest and economic hardship has forced many Indonesians to flee their homeland for other nations, particularly Hong Kong. They go to Hong Kong, they go to Singapore and the United States. Okay, most are Indonesia brain drain has occurred among Western educated professionals in finance and technology. Exactly the people need for economic development. Okay, so many countries in Eastern Europe experience high level of brain drain early in their transition to economy. Market economists. So economists, engineers, scientists, and researchers in all fields fled westward to escape poverty. Okay, because it's too dense. Okay, they want to move out. They want to upgrade themselves. They flee abroad and get some job from overseas. Okay, all right, that we call it as a brain drain phenomenon. Okay, all right. Let's talk about region. Okay, how many region? So many region. Even one region also have different school of thought. I mean, we call here right here we talk about denomination, right? Okay, Christianity. Okay, in this book, talking about Christianity come from Palestine. Okay, around 2,000 years ago. In Islam, believe that Nasrani is one of the earliest religion. Okay, we have Jews, what we call it as I would call it as a Yahudi, Nasrani is also mentioned in Quran. Okay, so it's long time ago before the term Christian comes in. So Christianity boasts more than 300 denomination. I mean the fraction. Okay, so from Roman Catholic, Protestant, even Orthodox. Okay, Anglican whatsoever. With 2 billion followers, Christianity is the world's single largest religion. Okay. Right. This is what they believe. Okay. Roman Catholic refrain from placing material possession above God and others. The Protestant belief salvation comes from the faith in God. Hard work give glory to God. Alternate known widely as the Protestant work ethic. Okay, so some of the business practice affect business policy. Okay, which is based on religion belief. Okay. All right, in Islam, we have around 1.3 billion. Okay, the second largest, which is brought by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Okay, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Actually, the term Islam raised in a prophecy of, we call it as during Prophet Muhammad reign. Okay, and till today, we use term Islam. But before that, the teaching, the in Islam, we believe that the teaching already started during the Adam's creation. Okay, from the Adam creation, the teaching is already there, but close by our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which born in Mecca. Okay, all right. So we it's about a week ago we celebrated his birthday, which is 12th of Rabiul Awal, 1442 Hijriah. 1442 Hijriah. Okay. All right. Islam thrived in North America, the Middle East, Central Asia, Pakistan, and some Southeast Asian nations, especially Malaysia. Okay. The highest number of Muslim can be found in Indonesia. So Muslim concentration are also found in most European and US cities. Okay, there are so many places where Muslim reside. Okay, Islam means submission to Allah, and Muslim means one who submit to Allah. Okay, we believe in one God and there's no others than Allah. And we believe that Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is a messenger of Allah. So Islam revolves around the 5 pillars, okay, which is start with the Shahada, profession of your faith, saying that there's no other God than there's no other God except Allah, and we believe that Muhammad is a messenger of Allah. So giving the poor, alms giving, we talk about alms giving, okay, pray 5 times daily, fast in holy of month Ramadan, and making the pilgrimage Hajj, if you have the ability to do that. Okay, it's compulsory for us to comply all 4, but if you have more, have the ability, you can go for pilgrimage. Okay, so religion strongly affect the kinds of goods and services acceptable to Muslim consumer. Okay, in Islam also we put the we call it the guide that everything is permissible as long as there's no prohibition. If there is a prohibition in the Quran, for example, pork meat, we call it the blood, you cannot eat blood, you cannot drink blood, and also anything that not slaughtered with the Allah's name. Okay, you need to follow if you want to slaughtering the slaughtering process should recite in the name of Allah, and the animal also permissible to eat. Not not all animal you can eat, right? Or you can consume. There are some guides. For example, you cannot consume liquor. You cannot drink beer, which is haram or prohibited in Islam. Okay. Other kinds of activity, for example, related to gambling, anything that looking for your fate. Okay. For example, jackpot or any gambling related activities are prohibited. Okay. Okay. So in Hinduism, formed around 4,000 years ago in present day, okay, some people might believe that Indian from the Majusi, okay, which is pray on the fire, okay. More than 90% of Hinduism, 900 million adherents live in India. It is also the majority religion of Nepal and a secondary religion in Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka. So considered by some to be a way of life rather than a religion. So Hinduism recalls no founder and recognizes no central authority or spiritual leader. So they believe reincarnation. Okay, that's why some people call nirvana. Okay, escaping from the cycle of reincarnation and entering state internal happiness called nirvana. Okay, so Hindus tend to disdain materialism. Strict Hindus do not eat or willfully harm any living creatures because it may be reincarnated human soul. It might be human soul in that animal. Okay, so Buddhism, okay, was founded around 2,600 years ago in India. Okay, it's about 380 million followers. Okay, you can find in China, Tibet, Korea, Japan, Vietnam, and Thailand. So compared to Hinduism, Buddhism reject the caste system of Indian society. So like Hinduism, Buddhism promotes a life centered on spiritual rather than worldly matters. Okay, you can know about their 8 ways in Buddhism. Okay, so in formal ceremony, Buddhists take refuge in the 3 jewels: Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Okay, so they seek nirvana through charity, modesty, compassion for others, restraint from violence, and general self-control. So Confucianism, okay, come from China 2,500 years ago. Most of the ideology and religion got very founded long time ago. So home to most Confucianism, 225 million followers, okay, from China. Okay, most of them from China. So Confucian thought is also ingrained in the cultures of Japan, South Korea, and nations with large number of ethnic Chinese. So South Korean business practice reflect Confucian thought in its organizational structure. So Judaism, okay, first religion to preach belief in single God. Okay, they believe in this writing. They believe Judaism is the first. Has roughly 18 million followers worldwide. Okay, important days in the Jewish faith: Sabbath, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Passover, and Hanukkah. So marketers must take. You need to know everything. Okay, not only Judaism, Jewish people restriction, Muslim people restriction. You need to know everyone in order for you to enter their market. Okay, you need to very have good understanding in their religion. Okay, so Shinto is another religion. Okay, arose as the native religion of the Japanese. They claim only 4 million strict adherents in Japan. What are their teaching? Sincere ethical behavior, loyalty, and respect toward others, and enjoyment of life. So Shinto beliefs are reflected in the workplace. Okay. Right. Last few topics. Okay, this is topic that I will explain more deeper after this in another video. So personal communication, okay, how you convey your thoughts, your feelings, your knowledge and information. Okay, either through speech, through your writing, or through your body language. Okay, so spoken and written language is normally we practice. Okay, another way you expressing your idea, you try to express how do you feel through your body language. Okay, so language blunders. Okay, an English language sign in a Moscow hotel read, "You are welcome to visit the cemetery where famous Russian composer, artists, and writers are buried daily." Accepted. This is something that we need to know when using your words in other culture. Okay, all right. Okay, do you have the idea? All right. Okay, culture in a global workplace. Okay, how Japanese look for time in work. There are we got they are perceived having work or at work earliest as possible. For someone in United States, in Western, they talk about punctuality. If you need to come on 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock should be there. But somehow, some other culture might perceive that it is okay. If you have meeting, what? 3 o'clock, okay. 2:30 still okay. Okay, that's a perception of time. Okay, view of work. Okay, view of work. Okay, some culture display strong work ethic. Okay, other stress are more balanced, based in juggling work and leisure. So people in southern France like to say that they work to live, whereas people in United States live to work. Yeah, some of the people perceive that I will live to eat, but some perceive it to eat for your life. Okay, so that how they view of their work. Okay, material culture, all technology used in a culture to manufacture goods and provide provide services. Okay, all right. Last one. Okay, cultural change. Okay, cultural trade, cultural diffusion, and cultural imperialism. Imperialism. Okay, this is some framework. Okay, studying culture in workplace. Okay, I will talk about. I will ask you to talk about cultural system, and later we try to put some discussion on how culture look in a workplace. Okay, so this is some framework. We have Clarkhorn Strawback framework. We have Hofstede framework. Okay, all right. Okay, that's all for now. Okay, if you don't have understanding on certain topic, like make discussion in our. Don't forget, ask question. Okay, ask question. No matter how your questions look like. Okay, either simple question or very complex question. I try to give the answer to you. Okay, thank you very much. Let's meet you in another topic, the third topic after this. Bye bye. Thank you for your attention. See you again.